Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 83 of Crusader Kings 2. As always, before we start, I'd like to say a very big thank you to my Patreon supporter, Gamer Cowboy, for sponsoring this entire series. Thank you very much. So we're getting ever closer to our goal of basically becoming the Emperor of India. There's a few little places that we still need to take, mostly this area here. Now, I did actually start a war for these provinces, for pressing somebody else's claim, which I thought would then result in it being mine, and apparently that was not the case, and it reverted to Kashmir. So I do have a truce with them, but I'm pretty sure that at least some of my vassals must have a claim against these guys somewhere, so I'm not going to get too heavily involved in this. I've got a truce with them anyway, but my truce doesn't apply to my vassals, so hopefully they'll go and deal with that. So what I need to do in the meantime is start going after this stuff here. So specifically, we've got Gupta, we've got Bengal, and we've got Kashmir up here. We need to grab all of those. And this little bit down here as well, which is a little bit of a pain, but doable. I don't suppose there's any way we could get you... No, so we're basically going to have to fight against all of these people, which is annoying. We do have things like border wars and stuff like that. We do have a little bit of... That's a lot of threat. Where did we get all that threat from? Wow, we're just under 50%. Well, we definitely want that to go down. I'm not sure why that was so high. Maybe it was because of that that previous war. Well, we certainly can't jump straight into a war here. Let's get ourselves a new steward. Your scouts tell you of a missionary... Who is this? Is this for our physician? It is, yes. You are... zealous, deceitful, erudite, and wrath. Again, you're probably not the best person. So, steward. Well, you want to be on the council. If we put you on the council, that will probably be enough to bring you up into positive opinion numbers. Yes. Our marshal still hates us, who's our uncle, but he is by far our best marshal. Let's go ahead and put you in down here. Now, one thing I was thinking about in between play sessions, one thing that I'd possibly like to do, if I get the opportunity to take direct control over another kingdom or even some duchies, I might try and take direct control over them myself as opposed to giving them all out to vassals, because at the moment I only have direct control of one kingdom title and one duchy title. And when my king vassals all decide to revolt against me, it leaves me with very little income and very few personal levies. So if I can hold on to another kingdom title or another ducal title, it will help me to have some extra income and manpower during those times of war. A murmur was heard through the courtroom when I judged the felon to death. It was just a sentence, if perhaps a bit harsh. We gained some prestige there. What have we got going on with de jure ducal claims? Looks like we only have one, which is actually over here, and I'm not bothered about that because we don't need that to get the Indian Empire. I mean, obviously we could declare the war. There's no reason not to, apart from the fact that it would give us even more threat, which is definitely something we want to get rid of. Most of our opinion penalties from vassal levies raised too long will be gone in 3 months. There are some inheritance warnings. We have righteous imprisonment on who now? Our brother, oddly enough. 55% chance of catching him, actually. Doesn't look like he hasn't... Oh, he must have an heir. Why does he dislike me so much? Is he ambitious? Yeah, we're both ambitious. He's ambitious. He's envious. He's a pretender. He's a title claimant. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff there going on. We'll leave him for now. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much harm in that position. Not at the moment, anyway. I really would love for some of my vassals to get involved in something over here. I'm not thinking about declaring war. I just want to see what claims we have. Nothing de jure, unfortunately. I'm really surprised that my vassals aren't doing more to fight. I'm not really seeing many raised levies. There's a rebellion going on over here. Got my my retinues here. I'm not too sure what they're doing right now. Not an awful lot, to be fair. I would like to get... Yeah, see, there's a defensive pact opposing us, so we've really got to be careful. Technology, we're still waiting for that to increase. We've not had a tech boost for quite some time. I would like to get the next level of castle infrastructure. We're actually getting there. We're 601 of 732. We're going to keep trusting our wife at this point, I think. Prisoner is complaining about his dark cell. Now then, who are you? You really... No, that's my opinion of you. You are a traitor. Your opinion of me is quite high, actually. You are some sort of duke. Let's instead go and... Can we ransom you? Yeah, let's ransom you. So 145 gold. We've still got to deal with this anyway. So we'll let him rot. We'll change his opinion. Or we can take that. No, we'll do that. We'll have a slight negative opinion of us because we've let him rot, but then we've agreed to ransom him, so he should. There we go. He accepts the ransom. Now he has a positive opinion of us again. Great. This is our cousin, who we're not too bothered about. Let's go for humility. We can close the gates because no doubt we have some sort of infectious disease down here. We have measles. That is fine. We've got people usurping titles. Lucas VIII usurped the title of Thicana. So even though our vassals can't actually fight against each other, they can usurp titles. So you still can't completely stop the internal fighting, but you can reduce it. I'm seeing some raised armies, but I'm really not seeing many wars going on. You are at war with this guy. This would be an excellent opportunity for some of our vassals to dive in and get something done, but nobody seems to really want to go to war here, and I'd love to do it myself. So we can still create the Empire of Rajasthan, which is the empire over here, but I really don't want to do that because I believe it'll have Gavelkind succession, which obviously is not something that we want. I could be wrong there. It could automatically just give me the primogenitor that we have right now, which would be better. Is it primogenitor? Inheritance law. It is... Yeah, primogenitor. So it might even do that, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to risk it. So we've got people seeking claims. My prisoner. Now then, you hate me a lot. Well, you don't hate me a lot, but you do hate me, and you are a king. So, how much does his son? His son doesn't hate me. You're going to just stay in prison. The kings are the ones that cause the major problems. They can stay in prison. This will teach them to revolt. We do need to keep our eye on these factions. They may start growing again. As you can see, we've already got another faction where we've got several people in. You are over here. You're a bit of a pain. Let's go ahead and get our spy master who does like me. You are going to build a spy network here and hopefully get that guy out of this this faction. Doesn't look like we can do anything plot-wise here. We've got a lot of prisoners, actually. We could banish you. This is actually our mother. We could banish our mother. Not sure why we'd want to do that. Yeah, another king there. Let's just make sure that this is a child king. Why are you imprisoned? You should be... let's just release you. Increase his opinion of us. Our opinion of him apparently isn't very high. Why not? Because he's a traitor. How's the kid a traitor? How does that even work? Where are we? What was I looking at before? I've completely forgotten. Brain has just turned to mush at this point. There's some weak claims we can press. Now, we do have a claim for the Kingdom of Kashmir. We'd lose a lot of prestige here if we did that at the moment, of course, because it is a... we do have a truce. We definitely don't want to do that. I wish I could just keep this game unpaused. Still no more ducal claims. We are getting some defensive pacts, so yeah. Who are you again? Just some random king. But again, all of these defensive pacts and truces only apply to myself at the moment. They don't actually apply... does a plot to kill off Lucas? Sure, why not? We're never afraid to kill somebody off. So there are some wars going on over here, but again, we're not involved. I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged. Great, it's this guy. This is exactly the guy that we want out. He's a lunatic. He has the Great Pox, so he's probably going to die. He's possessed. Let us see if we can... He's cruel, he's wrath, he's slothful, temperate and shy. Threatening him's probably not going to make any difference. Let's see if we can blackmail him. It probably won't make any difference at all. Yes, he's complied. Excellent. That is good. That has reduced the faction down considerably. You're now trying to head up the faction, though, which is interesting. So let's go ahead and move the Spy Master if we can. We can't move him yet. It's not until the 20th of June. Quite some time, actually. But we'll do that if and when we need to. You're raising an army up. Who are you fighting against right now? Oh, you're fighting... Wow, that's a bit of a spread out war, isn't it? But you're not fighting against any of my... Oh, that's a lot of wars. Okay. Troublesome peasants, a bit of local revolt risk. I don't really have too many issues with local revolts. I don't think that is a province we need. Another game of cowboy. Let's get rid of the title. We don't need that. What was I doing? Looking at the empire. We don't need that province there. That one that belongs to Kashmir. We don't need that one either. So we only actually need these three. Once we have these three provinces here, that's everything we've got. Everything we need on the west. We just need to work up along this line here. Yeah, so basically everything below where the mouse cursor is what we need, which is still a fair bit of land. It'll be easier to get once we have some more provinces that are within the kingdoms. What are you doing? Are you at war with anybody? Yeah, you're at war with these guys. So basically it's just these two guys at war with one another. How is the threat doing? It is decaying at 0.21%. It's going to take a long time, a long time, over 10 years to get down to nothing. I don't really want to wait that long before going to war again. I'd really like to try and grab something over here. Can't believe that my vassals aren't actually doing anything. Do we have any claims at all on either of these kingdoms? Let's just have a look. So you're in a defensive pact against me as well, I believe. Although we could probably deal with these without too many issues at all. We do have some border tributes. We've certainly got the gold that we could spend on that, but we don't have the karma. We've only got 330 karma at the moment, which is not ideal. This is our daughter. Let's go ahead and give her etiquette. So come on, guys. What are you doing? Why don't you go ahead and attack one of these guys, because they're both in a war with each other. They're not really doing an awful lot. You've changed hands. That is interesting. Your direct liege is he. I guess we can't really do anything to you. No, interesting. So that surely, let's have a quick look. That is part... See, that is part of the Arisian Kingdom. And we own the Arisian Kingdom. Well, this guy owns the Arisian Kingdom. He's the king of Arisia. So, let me just double check that. Where are we? Yeah, the Kingdom of Arisia. So he should have de jure claims on both of those provinces. So I'm not sure why he isn't taking that fight. Obviously he'd have to declare the war against him. But it would be... Yeah, I can't even see the claim here to press. But he should definitely have a claim on both of those provinces. He's not currently at war with anybody. He does have peace with that... Oh, is that why? Are you currently in a peace treaty with him? Yes, that's the reason they're not at war. Okay, messengers tell of a traveller who recently arrived at court. Sure, bring him to court, that's fine. What have we got here? The travelling teacher bows before you and says, I humbly greet the great gamer cowboy the fourth. My name is UD, and I come with an offer. For a modest sum, I would be willing to impart one of my many skills onto your daughter. Okay, but it's our daughter. Why would we want to do that? We can pay gain 2 learning for 240 ducats. Sure. Well, it's only a couple of hundred ducats. We've got plenty. Now, if only there was some easier way to get wars with these guys. You know, they're even the same religion, so we can't do like a religious war. Got 4 weak claims that we could potentially press now. What is that a claim for? It's not a claim for the entire kingdom, is it? Oh, no, that's the wrong button. The Kingdom of Kashmir, a couple of counties. Yeah, so it's not really worth it. And again, these defensive pacts are going to cause a problem. I'm not sure how we ended up getting that much threat. It must be when we went after all of this, because it was for a full kingdom level. Which would have been worth it if it had actually gone to me. But it didn't. Some special titles that we can give out, which I think is fine. We can have a court dwarf. Opinion goes up. They get a monthly salary. Sure, you be the court dwarf. My sister has just informed me that someone's tried to recruit her in a scheme to kill my wife. Court Jester gives you a negative opinion. Master of the Hunt gives you a positive opinion. Let's put you in. We don't really want anybody to be the cupbearer. That makes them it makes them easier for them to kill you off. Court Musician gives more opinion. Most of our kings do actually like us. You don't. Master of the Royal Elephants. Let's try and get a bit more opinion out of you. Royal Builder. Let's try and give people more opinion and more prestige. That's our brother. Can we give it to you? Yeah, sure. Court Poet. Seems to be a lot more titles you can give to people now. There's Lewis. Let's go ahead and give that to you. Court Tutor. Court Tutor can be a woman. We could give that to our mother. Let's go and give it to you. So that's a lot of titles that we've just given out, but... okay, so what have we got here? We've got a kingdom has formed an alliance with another... Well, that's fine. That doesn't really affect us. Let's just have a quick look at the realm tree. There are still a few people that dislike us. You dislike us, but you are in prison. In prison minus 30. Let's go ahead and release you from prison. I'm not even going to bother... with the... can I instantly rearrest you already? Is that what that's telling me? There's only a 1% chance, but that's fine, I think. We'll leave him out. He should like us a little bit more now. Apparently he doesn't, because he still wants to be on the council. Oh, he's not actually out yet, according to that. Which is weird. He still constantly thinks that it's... I don't want to become paranoid. You dislike me as well. Do we have an honorary title that I can make you the regent, but that seems very dangerous. Let's go ahead and give you a gift. 176 ducats, that seems worthwhile. Let's go ahead and send you a gift as well. That's a little bit more money. But that might well be enough to make these guys like me a little bit more. There we go. So pretty much all of our... Well, apart from this guy, because he's our rival. But all of our other vassals actually like us at this point. Excellent. No, we trust her word. We're not going to change anything there. How are we doing in... Oh, yeah, we need to go ahead and move the Spy Master, don't we? So let's go ahead and find you, Spy Master. You are going to build a spy network over... That was the wrong province. Times I misclick on borders. Oh, well, we'll see what happens. How are factions doing, if they're doing anything at all? Where are factions? Yeah, so you are the ringleader of a faction that we'd like to get rid of. Betrothed can marry, which is our brother. That's fine. We will accept that. We've almost got enough karma to go ahead and start a border dispute if we want to. Again, we've still got the issue of the threat. If it's just for a single county, though, it might not be too bad. And if we can actually go ahead and grab a county that would give us a potential claim on something else, like this one, for example, if we were to grab either one of these counties, it would give a claim on the entire duchy, which is not a bad thing. Yeah, we need quite a few over here. It is slow going, which is one of the things that I dislike about Crusader Kings 2. It seems to be a lot of time spent just waiting for stuff to happen. Castle shipyards have been built. Probably not a lot else that we can do. This is our cousin. Let's just give him heritage. We're not too bothered about cousins and things. Are there any more buildings that we can build? We are probably completely maxed out at this point until we get some more tech. Yep, guess we've just got to wait for the tech. Save a lot of that money up. We might be able to upgrade the hospital, actually. We haven't looked at that for a while. No, even that's fully upgraded. We do have a trade post or two lying around. And again, we can't even upgrade the trade posts. So we'll just wait on that one. A famous herald, well versed in diplomatic protocol, has arrived at our court. He's proposing his services to us, and our chamberlain is saying that we can make good use of the man. Yeah, 97 gold. Let's go for that. I think we can get away with it. So 2 titles can be created. We can actually create a new kingdom. No, that's the empire. Where is the kingdom? So there's a kingdom over here that we could create. And then we could technically give it to somebody else. It will cost us some karma. Sure, let's go ahead and do that. So we now have a kingdom title. Now, who is the king of this? Is it us? It is. Let's hang on to that for a while. We have a now. Where is that kingdom? Can we actually see it? It's this kingdom over here. So it's very small. And it's kind of in the wrong place, but that's fine. We can grab a title off somebody. You're creating kingdoms as well. We can usurp a title. Do we want to do that? Sure. Let's usurp those things. Let's take all of those things. So how are we going? Still need to move that spy master. Also, one thing I haven't looked at for a while. How is our Upadhyaya doing? You have a lot of places left to proselytize, my friend. Right, get in there. Ducal claims. Yeah, we still don't really want to do that. The threat is going away slowly. Still, right, we can create a duchy now. We'll have a look at that in a moment. Loyal servants such as I surely deserve some recognition. You hold huge lands and many titles. Yeah, so do you. Fine, you be disappointed. I'm not giving you any more stuff. If you want more land, go and attack this guy. Let's get rid of that. We want to stop that name propagating because it shouldn't have the numbers in. That's a lot of weak claims. So yeah, we've got a duchy over here that we can create apparently. I don't think we need to. We will probably end up giving that kingdom away at some point. One thing that I would like to try and do maybe at some point is using what are called viceroys, which is where you basically give a title to somebody else, but they only hold that title until they die and then it comes back to you. So they still like you because you've made them a king or a duke or whatever, but then when they die it doesn't pass on to their heir, it comes back to you. So that's always a little bit of a safer way of holding on to some of your stuff. So we didn't get to see any combat at all in this video, which I'm a little bit disappointed about. So I think that's 2 in a row. And again, this is another reason why I do prefer EU4 to CK2. It's much easier to get wars going constantly. Who is this guy? This is a potential zealous, gregarious, and content. He's kind but lustful. He's not particularly good. He's a mystic and he's a dutiful cleric. So he's not particularly going to be great as any sort of healer. Do you, by any chance, still have a truce with that guy? You do. But that's only until September, so you may well go to war with him again. Now then, I don't think we need that province. I just want to double check. Yeah, we don't. We're fine. We're the correct side of the line here. So that is okay. I think so, at least. Yeah. It doesn't help that Rajasthan's colour is very similar to Tibet's colour, and when it's got this sort of hashed area, it makes it more difficult to actually see. But so this is the... well, I don't think we need that stuff up there. A lot of this is not needed, but we will be doing just fine. We just need ways to get to war with these guys without causing too many problems for ourselves. Don't really see... Yeah, can't create that title anymore either. Still have a claim for the Kingdom of Kashmir. Apparently we still have some titles we can give out, but I think we're fine in general. I'd like that threat to get down to at least 40%. The problem is if I was to declare war against any of these guys, you are... my wife wants me to get rid of one of my courtiers. She should stay out of this. So... you definitely have a defensive pact against us. Yeah, wow, that's a lot. Although most of these guys are quite small and we could easily beat them up. You are almost certainly in that defensive pact as well. Yes, you are. So we do need that to burn down a little. That said, given our size, we could probably still take them. And it is something that I will very much consider. I'd still love it if my vassals at some point would decide to weigh in on this and actually attack these guys. Is anybody at war with you who is one of my vassals? Doesn't look like it. That's a shame, but we'll keep our eye on it because I'm sure that will change as soon as some of those truces wear off. So I'm going to end the video here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Crusader Kings 2. Once again, my apologies that we didn't actually get to see any war or combat in this particular video, but I'm sure that it won't be too long before it happens again, even if it's another faction rising to challenge our inheritance laws or council power or something like that. As always, a big thank you to my Patreon supporter Gamer Cowboy for sponsoring the entire series. It really is appreciated. I'll see you guys on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.